there, my name's Amber. I'm with the Kamloops Community YMCA. I'm here to give you a full body, all levels workout class. All you need today is a mat and a set of weights. The heavier your weights, the more challenging the exercises may seem. As we go along, just do what's best for your body. I'll be giving you modifications and cueing as class progresses. Let's start with a basic warm-up. Feet hip bone distance apart, toes pointing forward in a parallel position. We're just going to start with a big breath, reaching the arms up to the ceiling, opening the chest and circling it down. Good. Inhale, big breath up, and exhale, taking it down. Just two more like that. Rotating through the arms up and circling them down. Last one, reach it up, lower it down. Let's take it into a squat. Push those knees back, push those hips back, bend the knees, heavy into the heels, and straighten those legs. Sitting the hips back, you can reach the arms forward and press it up. Good, just a smooth, fluid movement. Again, staying heavy into those heels, watching those knees don't knock in towards each other or fall away from each other. Down and up. Good. Taking it down. Can you wiggle those toes? Again, we want to stay heavy into your heels. 4 more here. Little bend and a press. Squeezing those glutes at the top of the movement. 2 more. Taking it down. Pressing it up. Last one here, down and up. Let's rise onto the toes, lifting the heels and carefully lower it back down. Rising up, trying to avoid rolling out onto the ankles, lifting up, lowering down. Spreading those toes out, feeling the toes connect from the big toe all the way across to your pinky toe. Rising up and down. Let's do 2 more here, up and down. Rise up, and then we'll add those together. We're gonna bend the knees, straighten the legs, rise onto the toes, and lower down. Bend and press, squeeze it up, rise and lower. Just 2 more, down and up, lift and lower. Last one, bend and stretch, lift and lower. Bring one arm up towards the ceiling, big side stretch over to the side. Hold it there, restack, lower the arm. Opposite arm up, big stretch over, restack and lower. Let's do 1 more like that on each side. Up, stretching it over, lengthening up and down. Last one, bring it up, over the side, up and center. Good. We're going to go into a back stepping lunge, taking 1 foot back, knees bent and up. Hips are square, stepping back and up. The back heel is lifted. The back knee should be underneath of that same hip. The front knee over the front toes. Easy, simple lunge. Down and up. Good. For 4, for 3, 2, last one, and up. Good. Roll those shoulders up into the ears and circle them back. Big, smooth, fluid movements up and around. Good. Add those elbows in, making it a little bit bigger. For 2, for 1, and we'll circle the arms up and around. Your largest size circles, and only doing what feels best for you. 1 more, and then back to those shoulder rolls, opposite direction. Up and around. For 2, for 1. Again, add those elbows, making it a little bit bigger. And then we can go into that full arm circle. For 2. Good. For 1. And we'll just finish with the arms resting by our sides. All right, we're gonna get into our first exercise. We're gonna grab 1 weight. I'm gonna hold the weight in my right hand, and I'm gonna be moving my left leg. Okay, we're gonna do a curtsy lunge with a leg abduction. So we're holding onto the weight. Okay, the opposite leg to arm is going to cross behind. We're going to do a curtsy lunge. So both knees bend. We're reaching down towards that floor so we get a little bit of abdominal connection. We're going to stand up, bring the toe in, bicep curl with the arm. From here, we're going to abduct that leg and go into a shoulder press. So we curtsy down, reach towards the floor, pull it up, bicep curl. Shoulder press, leg abduction. Good. Take it down. Bring it up. When we go into that leg abduction, we want to make sure that the torso stays upright. No leaning to the side. Okay, you can do this without any weights in your hand. Focusing on that balance as we lift. Good. And down. Bring it up. Push towards the ceiling. Nice controlled movements. You can go faster than me, that's fine. You can go slower than me, that's okay too. Just doing what feels best for you. Pressing up. We're gonna do 5 more here for 5. And push. Good, reaching down. So lots of work for that front leg or that supporting leg. Kind of like a single leg bend and stretch. And then that hip abductor outside of that thigh and hip, it's what's working to lift that leg. 3 more, take it down and up, press towards the sky. For 2, and up, good. Last one, take it down, bring it up, push, lift the leg, and bring it down. All right, all we're gonna do here is switch sides. So again, holding that weight in the opposite arm of leg, we cross it back for that curtsy lunge, bicep curl to bring it up, push and lift. Ooh, trickier balance on this side. So just noticing those imbalances in your body. Do you feel a little bit more stable here or a little bit more wobbly? What is the difference in your body? Curtsy down, bring it up, and press. We got about 6 more. Take it down and up, press and lift. Good, down, up, push and lift. Keeping that chest up and open as you go into that curtsy. Last 4. And press. Hinging at the hips or at the side, getting into those obliques as you curtsy down and up. Good. Last 2. Down, up, lift and press. And last 1. Down and up. Good job. All right. We're going to use both weights for the next set. I'm going to turn sideways just on the angle a little bit so that you can see me. We're going to be in a split stance position. So splitting the feet, 1 foot in front of the other. Ball of the foot is on the back leg. We're going to slide the weights down the thighs as we hinge at the hips. So we're kind of leading with the chest, making sure our spine stays straight and that front leg stays straight. Then we're going to squeeze that glute and hamstring to extend. From here, that back leg is going to point, and we're going to again hinge at the hips, lifting the legs into a scale-like position and squeeze it up back to the ball of the foot. So ball of the foot is down as we hinge. Then we lift it up and back to center. Hinging, straight leg at the hips, and then take it out to a scale. Pull it up. Good. Straight back hinge. Weight equal through that supporting front foot and hinging over. Again, we're trying to keep our spine as straight as possible. The tendency will be to round through our shoulders and upper back. Our core is working to keep our hips square and not rotate towards that back foot and hip. Good. We got about 5 more. Straight hinge, split stance, and then over into a scale. Ooh, I'm really wobbly on this side. Hopefully everybody out there, your balance is a little bit better than mine. Good. and for 4. Lots of work for that front supporting glute and hamstring. 3 more. Hinging over. Again, hips square for 2. And up. Take it over. Good. Last one here. Split stance. Single leg and up. Good job. Shake out that supporting leg as we transfer to the opposite side. Again, it might feel completely different on this second side. Shoulders in your back pockets, chest is open, core is in tight, neck is long. Straight back hinge to start. Weight into that front leg, and then a scale position over and squeeze it up. Good. Hip hinge, scale position. Putting the ball of the foot back down onto the floor, over and up. Straight back hinge, soft, gentle bend to the knee, so we don't want to lock the joints. Feel a lot of tension through that knee. Add a soft bend. Down and up. Good. Straight back hinge, squeeze it at the top and scale it out. We got about 5 more on this side. Down and up. Hinging forward. Pull it up for 4. Again, watching that those hips stay square to the wall in front of you and maybe to the floor as we hinge over for 3. Good. 2 more. Take it over and up. Hinge it forward. Whoop. And last one. Down and up. Hinging forward and bring it up. Good job. All right, shake it out. Next exercise, we're going to place our weights down by the floor. We're going to do a half burpee with a bicep curl, just 10 of them. Right, so we're going to start wide. We're going to lower our hands onto your weights. We're going to step it back into a plank. Okay, then we're going to step it forward in a wide, turned out rotation. Stay in a low squat, give me a bicep curl. Step it back to a plank. Step it forward, wide squat, bicep curl. Good. Step it back. Find that plank. Step it forward, low squat, bicep curl. Step it back. Step it forward, nice and wide. Stay low, bicep curl. Good. Step it back, nice and controlled. If you want to make this more advanced, you can jump in that burpee. So jumping back, jumping forward, curling up. We got 4 more here. Again, stepping back or jumping, wide sumo squat, bicep curl for 3. Shoulders back, make sure your spine is straight here. We don't want to be rounded too far forward. Open wide, bicep curl. Here we go. Last one. Take it back. Find that plank. Bring it forward. Wide squat, bicep curl. Bring it up. Good job. Again, shake those legs out. Grab a sip of water if you need it. All right. Hopefully we're doing great. Okay, next exercise. Again, we're going to use one weight. This time, it's going to be the same arm as leg. We're going to take it back into a lunge. So I've got my left hand, my left leg working together. So we're going to step back, runner's lunge, straight leg behind, leaning towards the floor. We're going to bring it up, bicep curl, lift the leg, shoulder press. Bring it down, reach for that floor. Pull it up, shoulder press, bicep curl. Take it back, bring it in, push it up. Good. So again, lots of work for that front foot balance-wise and pushing up from this deep lunge. Push. 6 more here. Take it down. Bring it in. Press it up. For 5. 4. For 3. Straight spine as you hinge forward. Here for 2. And up. Last one. Whoop. Lunge, curl, press. But we're not done. We're going to take it back into that deep lunge position. Except we're going to point the toe behind us, bring the weight into the front foot. We're going to lift the leg and row for 10. 9. Keeping that balance as you row and lift. 6. 5. Pull that elbow up for 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Good job. Again, shake out that supporting leg. Switching arms. Standing nice and tall, same arm as leg, into that lunge. So we step it back, hinge, curl the arm, whoop, my mic, press as you lift the leg. Take it down, bring it up, push. Good. Take it down, bring it up, push. Good. 5 more for 5. 4. And take it down for 3. Keeping those hips square. Spine nice and long. 2. Last one. And press. All right, take it back into that lunge. Row and lift. Here we go for 10. 9. So that glute and hamstring, lift that leg behind you. Lifting for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower and bring it in. Good job. Shake that supporting leg out. Let's grab your other weight. All right, so just our shoulders here. Feet together or hip distance apart. Standing nice and tall. We're gonna alternate a lateral raise with a front raise. Easy peasy. Puddin' and pie. Just the movements, maybe not the exercise. Good. Out to the side. Up in front. Keeping your neck long. Your arms are lifting. Your shoulder blades are staying in the same position. Okay? So we don't want to lose your neck. We're keeping it nice and long. Holding our torso stable. We've got 4 more. And up for 3. And up for 2. Up. Last one, side and front. Good job. All right. From here, we're going to be taking it down to the floor. All right, so we're going to use our weights. You can use 1 weight or you can use 2 weights. It's totally up to you. We're going to be doing tricep extensions, some glute and core work at the same time. So we're going to lie down with our knees bent, our feet flat, and our pelvis in a neutral position. Let's start with the legs. Just a little practice. We're going to lift up into a shoulder bridge. We're going to hold this position with our hips level. Arms will be working with weights, but for now, let's just practice keeping our hips level. Okay, from here, we're going to lift one leg and lower it down. Lift the opposite leg, lower it down. So we're just doing a marching movement with our legs while trying to keep our pelvis level. So the tendency here as we lift will be to drop the hip to that one side or lower the pelvis altogether. Try and keep it as level as possible. Take a little rest there. All right, so if you're using one weight, you can hold it with both hands, bending and extending at the elbows. Tricep extension. I'm going to be using 2 weights. So we're bending and extending, bringing those weights to the outside of your ears. Try not to hit yourself. There is a hair on my weight. All right. So we're going to start with those hips up to this, hands up to the ceiling. Then we're going to lift the hips. As we inhale, we're bending the elbows, lifting one knee, exhale and lower. Inhale, exhale. So a little bit more challenging, coordinating the arms and the legs, moving at the same time, while keeping the hips as level as possible and the pelvis as lifted as possible. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Working those triceps for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the hips. The legs are going to do the same movement, but we're going to go into a tricep press. So we lower the elbows down towards the mat on the outside of the ribs, pushing the arms up and down. All right, arms up, lift those hips, inhale, exhale. Good. Again, keeping those hips as lifted as possible for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips, lower the arms. We're going to use the weights again, but now we're going to add some more arm work with our core. So let's just practice what our legs we're going to do. We're going to gently press our low back into the mat as we lift our legs to a tabletop position. Making sure the back stays connected to the floor, we're going to go into some toe taps. Knees are bent, tapping the floor, picking it up. Okay, so that movement comes from the hip. We're not going into a bicycle or leg stretch. It's a hinge and lift. While we do that, we're going to go into a chest fly. So the arms open up and squeeze together. Arms and legs. Here we go. Inhale, tap. Exhale, in. Again, keeping that low back connected to the floor as you tap the toe down for 8, 7, 6, good, 4, 3, 2, 1, and center. All right, this time you can see my legs are lengthened. I'm going to go into a chest press with the arms. So a bend and stretch and a scissor position with the legs. So the legs are always going to switch. Join me when you're ready for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep that back flat to the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Lower the feet, lower the weights down to the floor. Pull yourself up. All right, that concludes our workout for today. Short, simple, all levels. Let's go into a little stretch. We'll start by lengthening the legs long out in front. I like to move those bits and pieces so we can find those butt bones, sits bones, and sit up as tall as possible. Big breath, arms up to the ceiling, Fold it over. Reaching towards the feet. Drop your chin down towards your chest. Hold that stretch. Think of pulling your toes towards the nose and lengthening through the back line of the legs. Good. Then restack, tailbone to head. Inhale, big breath up. Exhale, folding it forward, grabbing onto those toes, dropping the head. Good. And then again, rolling it up. From here, let's swing the legs around. We're gonna come onto our hands and knees. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are underneath of the hips, cat and cow stretch. So we're gonna round the spine up towards the ceiling, and then inhale, lengthen into that cow. So shoulders back, chest open, tailbone up, then moving through the flexion and extension of your spine. Out. Good. And up. From there, just bring it to a neutral center position. Curl your toes under. Let's lift up into a downward dog. Hips up to the ceiling, heels down to the floor. Gently press your chest to the front of your thighs and let your head hang down. Feel that stretch through the back line of the legs. From here, we can walk the dog or lift and press the heels, getting a little bit of movement in this stretch, but only if that feels good for you. You can also push your hips side to side. Again, it's your body, it's your stretch. Do what feels best for you. All right, bring it to center, lower those heels. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Soft bend to the knees in that forward fold position. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, just slowly restack your body. Knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, ribs over the hips, shoulders over the ribs. Your head comes up last. We're taller, longer, more fabulous, and all done here for the day. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your class.